regrets. I'm blessed to say the old me dead and gone away.
Hello and welcome. I'm Laon, a certified life coach and addiction recovery coach, here to teach you manifestation so then you can manifest the life of your dreams. If you do want any help with one-on-one coaching services, please check out the drop box below. If you could do me a solid and hit that subscribe button along with the bell icon, that way you're notified anytime I post new videos. If you could also hit that thumbs up button, it will get pushed out. If you agree with this video, like this video, or are inspired by this video, I would appreciate that as well. If you do have any video suggestions, please comment them down below, because today's topic is from a fellow subscriber that wanted me to talk about reacting to your 3D when circumstances of that reaction seem to have blown things up. And now it feels like you're not going to get your manifestation because you reacted. So thank you to that subscriber that I'm going to be answering this topic about, or to. So if you want one of your questions to be answered, please comment down below. So let's dive into the topic of reacting to our 3D. And from that reaction, things in our 3D seem like they're not going to change. Maybe the specific person isn't showing up favorably. And now you're worried you're not going to get your manifestation. And it seems like what they are doing in the 3D is ingrained in you because of that reaction. So, when it comes to reacting to anything that we are manifesting or anything in our 3D, say if we're manifesting money and we react to having a huge bill show up and we don't have the money to pay it. Or say we're manifesting a specific person and we react to something that triggers us in our 3D. We say things that we didn't actually mean or we meant in the moment but don't actually truly want in our experience, and then they respond and maybe they break up with you. Or maybe they stop talking to you or block you. So it doesn't matter what you are manifesting, you could still have your manifestation. It doesn't matter what you do in the 3D, you can still have your manifestation. But it does come down to mindset. If you believe that because I reacted, I'm not going to get my manifestation, then it's that belief that is going to create where you won't get your manifestation. It's not the fact that it's true that you won't get your manifestation, it's the belief behind it. Okay? That you have to be perfect, that you can't react to your 3D, or you have to ignore what's going on and just suppress your emotions because you got to be high vibe all the time, like the law of attraction community says. None of that is true if you believe that it's not true. It all comes down to your belief system, your state of consciousness. So instead of believing in all that gunk and that garbage and the limitations, what we could do instead is believe in the fact that, okay, yeah, I responded, I reacted to my 3D, but no matter what, I'm still going to get my manifestation. Somehow this is part of the bridge that is actually leading me to my manifestation. I don't know if maybe the things that I said or the way that I reacted is the catalyst that makes my specific person want to, check himself or check herself and change her attitude towards me so then we can be together. I don't know that, right? There was a reason why I said what I said. Maybe it was part of the bridge. That's all you have to do and start to believe in. And when I say start to believe in, it's not that you physically have to force yourself to believe these things. It's a choice. Just like the same way that you pick out the shirt that you're wearing today, you have all these other options. It's a choice of the one that you choose, right? The one that you decide to wear. It's the same with manifestation. It's not this huge, forced kind of feeling. No, I have to believe in this. I have to suppress my subconscious mind. It has to take 30 days for me to suppress my impress my subconscious mind. None of that's true. As easy as it was to open your closet door and to go and pick through the clothes that you want to wear and pick the shirt, it's that easy when it comes to manifestation. Now, the trick to this is when you pick the shirt that you want to wear, or you pick the way that the choice of, I'm still manifesting my specific person, this isn't going to affect me, doesn't matter how I respond in the 3D, I'm human, I'm going to have human emotions, that's all part of the process. When you make that choice that it no longer matters how you respond in your 3D, because no matter what, you're going to get what you want, it's reminding yourself that throughout the day. So it's almost like reminding yourself, oh yeah, I'm wearing a gray shirt. Oh yeah, I look really good in this shirt. It's reminding yourself of that when it comes to mind. So say the fight comes to mind that you had with your specific person. It's reminding yourself, no, it doesn't matter what I said. because I'm still choosing to be the version of me where we're together. And you could also look at it from the point of view of if you were a year down the road with your specific person in a loving, fully committed relationship that's beautiful, that's harmonious, that's peaceful, it's everything you ever wanted, and you were to look back at this moment a year later and look back and recognize, wait, that fight didn't even matter because now look at me. It's looking at things through a different point of view instead of the one who's the victim and saying, oh my God, I'm panicking, I'm worrying, I was trying to manifest and then I reacted and I fucked everything up. Now they're not going to change and oh my God. Well, that's looking at it from, hey, there's a problem in front of me. I got problems within that I need to work on. So I have all this work that I need to do before my 3D can even change. Where do you think you're going to get looking at things from that point of view? More things that you need to work on, more things that you need to change, the feeling of it's impossible, the hot and cold behavior that you might be experiencing from them. Instead, what we need to do is go straight to the solution. And that's looking at things from the point of view of it already worked itself out. I don't even know what I was worried about because I was going to get what I wanted anyways. I made that choice that I'm new self, and that means I have to get it no matter what. You see the two different points of view here, but it's a choice. So when you have a crossroads in front of you to make that choice of I can either go into the doubt, the worry, the panic, and the stress that, I reacted and now they're showing up in a unfavorable way, or I can make the choice that no matter what, I'm still going to get what I want because I'm choosing to be a new version of self. It comes down to choice. When that crossroads happens, who are you going to choose to be? The victim or going to the solution of it doesn't matter? It's a choice in what you are believing in. And it might not shift your mood instantly. It's not what we're looking for. Eventually it will. You'll start to feel better. You'll start to have more confidence behind that decision that you continue to make. But as soon as you decide and you contemplate the choice that you're making, you're instantly in that reality. So if you contemplate the choice of I'm a victim and oh my God, I got to do all this work, I got to try to get them back, I'm trying to manifest them, you're in that reality just by thinking those thoughts, by having that contemplation. Now, that doesn't mean that it's impossible to get out of or it's hard work. No, as simple as it was to think those thoughts and to go into that reality, that state, it's just as simple to think, nah, I don't want to think that anymore. I don't want to believe in that anymore. That's not the reality I want to be in anymore. I prefer to be in the reality where we're together. I'm happy in my relationship. All this blew past us and now it's actually made our relationship stronger. I'm able to feel my emotions. There's nothing I need to suppress. And I feel really good. I feel really confident. Instantly, you're in that new reality. It's really that simple. It's just making a decision in each moment. When the desire comes to mind or when those thoughts of like the fear or the doubting, it's a choice. Do you want to continue in the doubt, the fear, the worrying, the feeling of impossibilities? Or do you want to go to the preferred outcome of, we're in this relationship. I might not see it physically in front of me, but I'm going to continue to see it from within. If it's in my imagination where I can picture it, if I'm having inner conversations and talking to them, I'm still going to choose to be new self and remind myself of that. That's all we got to do. So there's nothing wrong with the fact that you reacted in your 3D. You're a human. I still do it. I don't know a person on this earth that doesn't react. It's part of the human experience, but it's what we do in that aftermath of the reaction. Are we going to sit in it and blame ourselves? I shouldn't have done that. Oh my God, I fucked everything up. Or instead, are we going to say, okay, I get it. I reacted. Doesn't affect me. I'm going to let it go because I know I'm new self and I don't need to react. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, and then the other thing that the subscriber said is it's ingrained in me, the way that SP is showing up. If you think about what it means to be ingrained, all I can think about is like wood burning, right? When you do wood burning, that's ingrained in the wood, right? How are you getting that out? You're not. Unless you sand it down and no, you're not getting it out. So I hate that wording. It's not ingrained in you. You're making a choice and repetitively making that choice. You're telling the story that it's ingrained in you. It's hard to see him differently now. I'm blaming myself because I did this. I'm the creator of this. I reacted and I shouldn't have. You're telling that kind of story, and that's why it feels so cemented. It feels ingrained in you. But what we can do instead is, again, tell a new story and say, okay, it's not ingrained in me, actually. I'm going to make a choice to be new self, that it doesn't matter what had happened in the 3D. They're showing up differently because I'm showing up differently. They have no choice but to reflect me because I know who I am. And I'm the version of me that knows what it's like to be chosen, to be shown up for, to know my worth, my value. That's who I'm choosing to be. So of course they have to reflect that and start showing up more favorably. Start showing up and talking to me with respect, loving me, taking care of me, providing for me, prioritizing me, whatever it is that you're looking for. Go on with that story in the repetition of telling that story. I'm not saying exhaust yourself throughout the day. When your desire comes to mind or when the old story comes up, instead of going into that story because that's a crossroad, you can either stop it and carry on with your day or just tell the new story and then carry on with your day. It's a choice, whatever feels most comfortable to you. But it's deciding in that moment, I'm going to be new self. How would new self think? How would it feel if actually this was all blown over and we're actually together? And starting to contemplate these things. Instantly you're in that reality. So nothing is ingrained in you where you can't change it. The other tip, the third tip I can give you about this, is revision. If it was that big of a blowout fight and you don't like it, revise it. Then you will quantum jump into a completely different timeline, reality, where that fight never happened. And logically, yeah, you could look at it and be like, but they're still not back because I revised it. Just like any other manifestation, it's going to unfold naturally in your reality. It's your job to continue to tell that story, to be that version of self. Nope, I didn't react. Instead, we did this. And just explain what we did instead. That's it. That's all you have to do is revise it. And you will change your perception of it, quantum jump into a different timeline where that fight never even happened or that reaction that you had never happened. Or those things that he did showing up afterwards, after you reacted, never happened. Okay? That's it. That's it. So it's not a big deal if you react. It's what you do with the reaction afterwards. Are you going to continue to blame yourself? Or are you going to start to be new self and be like, hey, I get it. I reacted. I had emotions. Oh my God. It's okay though. I'm still going to get what I want. That's the choice that you have the free will. You have the free will to decide on. There is no right or wrong. But if you want your preferred reality, you want your preferred specific person, then the choice has to be, I'm new self. And what that new self entails, the new ideal reality entails, what does that even look like to you? And you get to choose that as well. So you can describe this to yourself through the self-talk. You can do it through inner conversations. You can do it through visualizations. You can do it through scripting. Doesn't matter the technique. It's just about getting you into that perception. That's what embodiment is to start perceiving your reality differently. That's why we do the technique, so then you can enter into that state of consciousness and start to perceive reality through that new lens. But it is as simple as just making a decision. And I told my client this earlier. It's as simple as we have McDonald's or we have Burger King. Your subconscious mind gives you these options. You can go to McDonald's or Burger King. And just like a best friend that doesn't know how to decide and tells you, which one do you want? I don't care. I'll find something at either place. It's your choice. It's as simple as, I want McDonald's. I go for the Big Mac. Boom, in that reality. It's as simple as that. You don't even need techniques. But the techniques help remind you who you are being. They help remind you of your reality and the state that you are in. Right? Instead of allowing the old thoughts, the old you, the old reality creep in and take over, the techniques are there to help remind you, I'm not that version of me anymore. I'm not living that life. I'm not in that reality. That's not my specific person anymore. I'm choosing all new. I'm choosing my ideal self, my ideal reality, my ideal specific person. And that's all it is. Techniques are reminders. to put you back into your God self or your universe self or your higher power self. It doesn't matter the words. But that's all it is. That's why we do the techniques. So if you reacted to your 3D, not the end of the world. It's a human response. It happens. Who are you choosing to be now? That's all that matters. It's each and every present moment of who you decide you are. And it is as simple as choosing either McDonald's or Burger King and where you're going. Here's your path. Choose which one you are going down. So if you could do me that favor, hit that thumbs up button if this video resonated with you and or inspired you or going to help other people. Subscribe, hit that bell icon. If you do need any help with one-on-one coaching services, check out the drop box below. And as always, guys, thank you. You got this.